Hello and welcome to Sweet Shot Games Dota 2 Strategy Guide Part 3. So this is all about the late game strategy here, and it's just to give you an idea of what you can do to implement this into your own gameplay and give you a bit of an example of the type of heroes that you can use for this strategy. So you could also call this the hard carry strategy, and that's because the later the game goes, the better off your team will be. Typically around the 50-minute mark is when you'll start to gain most of your momentum and power and start to take the game over and start winning the game. Basically, the longer the game goes beyond the 50-minute mark, the better chances you have of winning. And so this strategy, typically you'll see it focused around one carry. Sometimes there will be another carry, maybe more of a semi-carry, to help pick up the slack during the mid game and get you through to the late game. But anyways, you're going to want to pick up a really strong carry such as anti-mage. And of course you're going to want to put him in the safe lane, and you're going to want to babysit him and do everything you can to make sure that he gets the farm that he needs so that by the 15-minute mark he comes out with 4 items that can just completely dominate your opponents. Now Anti-Mage is one of the best carries in my opinion because he is such a fast farmer. So he can typically get to his full item set by that 15 minutes. A lot of other carries take a little bit longer to get there, or they just simply need a little bit more help in getting there. So Anti-Mage is very good with the blink ability to move around and get farm very quickly and not necessarily need a ton of help from your entire team. For any carry you pick up for this strategy, you're going to want to get a really good babysitter for him, and with this strategy, you might want to even consider a tri-lane to ensure that he gets the farm that he needs and that he's not being harassed by your opponents. Otherwise, you want to pick up a really fast jungler who can come out of the jungle at any time to help out whenever it's needed. So maybe something like an Enigma, who is one of the fastest jungler, so he can get to level 5 or 6 pretty quick and then pop out of the jungle in the safe lane whenever your Anti-Mage needs help if he's got pressure in that safe lane. So if you're going with a tri-lane or a jungler, either way you're going to want to get really good babysitting support. So someone like a Vengeful Spirit or a Crystal Maiden will work very well in that situation. Crystal Maiden is very strong early game, and so she can help your Anti-Mage get through that early game stage if he's being harassed. She has a lot of good spells to harass your opponent's back, so she can be a very good pick for that. And then for your solomid, you're going to want, again, someone who can bring you through that early to mid game, and someone who can control the lane very well, but then also control the runes and be able to help out in the safe lane whenever it's needed to ensure, of course, that your carry is getting the farm that he needs. So someone like a Templar Assassin would be really strong early to mid game, can really control her lane very well and control the runes very well. So then if needed, she should be able to move around, and especially once she gets that blink dagger up, she can really carry the game along in that mid game and hopefully draw things out long enough for you and for your carry to get the farm that he needs to be able to carry later on in the game. And then finally, for your offlaner, you're going to want a really strong offlaner, such as a Windrunner, someone who can just hold the lane, but then also get some kind of XP and farm at the same time. She's got her really long range power shot ability, which will allow her to pick up some creep kills and whatnot, and also harass your opponent's safe lane, whoever they might have in there, but then farm a little bit and get XP and be very safe. And typically you won't see a windrunner dying in the hard lane unless it's extremely hard. So Windrunner is a very good choice. She's also got really good mid-game potential that can carry your team through that mid-game and into the late game. And she has really good movement, so she can even move around and come to the safe lane if needed to help out the anti-mage and ensure that he gets his farm. So those are the three main strategies, and perhaps later on in the future I might come back to these and explain a little bit more in depth about them and some other combinations that you can do. Of course, there are other strategies in Dota 2. They're just not quite as common. So if you have any questions or just want to let me know what you think, leave a comment below or check the description below for some links in there of how you can further contact me, or just check out some of my other content. And as always, thanks for watching.